stop it. What?
Do not push the fucking door on.
Oh, so you're gonna swear now, yeah?
No, you just tried to slam my arm in that door.
I tried to close the door.
You tried to slam my arm was still in the door.
I tried to close the door. You get away. You get.
Welcome to my channel, where we expose misconduct, explore police and legal encounters, protect civil rights, and demand accountability. Today's episode is brought to you by Coley Burks. Be sure to check out the link below, subscribe to his channel, and give him the credit he deserves. In this episode, Auditor Coley is lawfully filming vehicles entering and leaving the back of a police station when he's confronted by an unqualified officer who quickly spirals out of control. What begins as a simple interaction turns into a shocking display of policing, as the officer cites fake laws, swears on duty, and even slams Coley to the ground. But Coley fights back the right way, suing both the officer and the force, and walking away with a costly payout that exposes just how badly this cop failed. Before we dive in, a huge shout-out to T and Stewart for supporting my work by joining RTA Extra. In a time when our freedoms are constantly under pressure and authority is pushing harder than ever, it's vital we stand together. By joining RTA Extra, you're not just unlocking exclusive content, you're directly supporting this mission and helping me keep the public's voice heard. If you'd like to support as well, hit that join button below. Your support means the world. Now let's get into the video.
I'm just making a video.
Of what? Sorry, because filming our backyard, obviously we have concerns.
Are you filming? Are you filming me?
I am, yes. So
would you let me know before you start filming me, please?
Yeah, no, I want to deal with this first because this is more pressing.
Deal with what?
The fact that you're filming a backyard, you're filming police officers going in and out of the building. A police building.
Why would that be a problem?
Because you understand there's a terror threat. This is what people do. They film, they make video.
No, they don't.
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you that people film.
Based on what data, facts, statistics? Just pull it out, yeah. No, you're telling me, but you're not, there's no basis for your argument.
You that people do what's called hostile reconnaissance.
Okay, do you think this is hostile reconnaissance?
Are you going to actually listen?
I don't want to listen because you're talking rubbish, bro. This is not, terrorists do not film back gates of police stations.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
They do.
Name me one example.
There was go on. This case of the White City police station. He had loads of videos of the police station and he was stopped just before he attacked.
The officer tries to sound authoritative by accusing Coley of hostile reconnaissance, claiming he's filming the back gate of a police station for malicious purposes. But when asked for an example, the only case he can reference is the 2014 White City terror plot. In that incident, two men were caught conducting genuine reconnaissance, secretly filming police officers and infrastructure as part of a planned terrorist attack involving firearms and explosives. They had clear intent, evidence of plotting, and materials to carry out their plan. Coley, on the other hand, was standing in a public area, openly filming with no attempt to hide his actions. The White City case was about terrorist surveillance, not public accountability. And drawing that comparison shows just how far off base this officer really was.
Well, I believe it was.
Could you identify yourself, please?
What's all this? What are you filming the police station for is what I'm asking, yeah?
I asked you to identify first, please. You don't, what does this mean? What if I can't
I've got a name badge, I've got shoulder numbers.
Okay, when a member of the public asks
anyway,
you to identify,
I'm asking you a question. Why are you filming
we're going
the
down this
backyard of a police
authoritarian
station?
route, are we? I don't need to answer any questions. How about that?
Was it section 55?
Section 55,
right.
Is it?
Right, you're going to be searched on Section 55 of the Terrorism Act. I'm PC Beach from Barkingside Police Station. You're entitled to a copy of the search. You're detained for the purpose of the search.
Okay. You're not going to cuff me, are you?
No,
can I keep this in my hand?
Relax.
You lot calm down. What are the grounds for the search? What are you expecting to find?
I said I'm not going to put you in cuffs. I'll put you under.
What is Section 55? What is Section 55?
There's a Terrorism Act. It allows us to search.
Does it exist?
It does.
No, it doesn't.
Right, okay.
Alright, you're going to be sued. Crack on, mate.
Right.
Get your hand off me. Get your hand off me. Why are you putting me to the floor? Why are you putting me to the floor? Yo, Jill, get off, get off, get off, get off, get off. Why are you putting me to the ground?
Because you're continuing to pull against me and you've been
grabbing me for no reason.
Yeah.
You grabbed me for no reason.
This moment is one of the most shocking displays of pure incompetence ever caught on camera. The officer repeatedly grills Coley for answers, and when he doesn't get the response he wants, he declares that he's detaining him for a search under Section 55 of the Terrorism Act. The problem? No such section exists. There is nothing in the Terrorism Act that grants police the power to detain or search under Section 55. The officer either confused the law beyond recognition or completely invented a fake section on the spot to justify abusing his authority. When Coley understandably resists this unlawful detention, he's slammed to the ground and handcuffed. Every officer is trained to understand the powers they invoke, and this one didn't just get it wrong. He violated Coley's Article 5 rights under the Human Rights Act, which protect against unlawful arrest and detention.
What's wrong with these people, man?
No,
Relax.
Put legs still. Just
Get
calm
off
down.
me! Get off!
Relax.
Get
Calm
off!
down.
Get off! Section 55 doesn't even exist. Get your stuff.
No. Look, right, as soon as the cuffs are on, you can stand up. Just relax, all right?
Listen, it was
just relax.
very simple. You were just asked why you were filming a police
Relax.
station.
Please,
Thank you.
like, put this right.
Right.
He's acting unreasonable now.
It's not.
Okay.
It's asked you a
Absolutely
question. It's asked you a
unreasonable.
question. You didn't answer him.
I don't have to
continues
answer.
to hold and fight
I don't
against
have
me.
to answer.
Question, isn't it?
Beach, I don't have to answer. Do you not get
Right,
that? I can
I'm gonna
exercise
continue
my
to search you, it's
Right,
fine.
whilst I'm on the floor. At least let me stand up. Section 55 doesn't even exist. You just made it up. as
Section
you've gone along.
55 of the Terrorism Act. You can
Section 55 doesn't exist. Get me out of class. I'm not resisting. I'm not.
relax.
He was trying to search you and you was...
You have no grounds to search me. Section 55 don't exist.
Stand by.
What grounds?
Somewhere.
So you just made up a law and you just tackled me to the floor for doing illegal activity. That's what's just happened. My coat is ripped. I'm in cuffs. What is Section 55? What is Section 55?
This part is just as damning, and it reveals even more about the culture of silence within the force. Coley keeps pointing out the obvious. Section 55 doesn't exist. You've made up a law. And he's absolutely right. Yet not a single officer on the scene steps in to correct or stop their colleague. Instead, they all stand by, silently watching an unlawful detention unfold in real time. That's the most disturbing part, the complicity. Even if one officer genuinely didn't know that Section 55 isn't a power of detention, someone in that group certainly did. The fact that none of them spoke up shows just how broken accountability has become in situations like this. They'd rather protect each other's image than uphold the very law they swore to enforce.
The state of you, man. You're a complete mess, bro. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Why would I do what?
Why would you just
You
do
were filming
what
in
you
the
just did?
backyard of a police station. I've asked you questions
I don't
about
need to
it,
answer your
and you're
question.
not
I don't
answering
need
it.
to
So
answer-
then I decided to search you. When I'm searching you, you've decided to resist. So I've used force in order to.
Yes, I will resist. Of course,
I'm
I'll resist.
explaining. If you want to listen, you can listen.
But you're gonna
Because
pay
you
for
want
that
this for
code
your
as well.
camera and everything, don't you?
Yeah, so take me out
So-
of cuffs so you can explain, and then maybe people
At
can,
the moment,
can hear
you're
your
still
point of-
detained.
For what? What else are you searching for? I don't understand. You haven't even searched the bag. Why have you not
I
searched the
searched
bag?
your bag.
Yeah, this place, hella corrupt. You know that. This
Right,
is
what
wrong.
I will correct is it is section 44, not 55. I did
Section
get the wrong
44.
section.
That's wrong as well. Try
It's
the third
not.
time. Let's see if you get third time lucky. This 43 is the one you're looking for. It's too late now. Too late now. It
don't matter, mate.
Yeah, no, it does, no, it does matter, mate. No, it does matter, mate. It does matter, mate. It does matter, mate.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You can just make it up on the spot. It does matter.
If you're
Of course
searching
it
for a
matters.
terrorism act, who cares?
But what do you mean, who cares?
We're
It
searching
matters.
now because we suspect you being
Yeah,
terrorist. That's
you
why.
suspect I'm a terrorist.
Shut up and
You
listen.
shut up, you slap it. Yeah, slap it. Shut up, man.
After several minutes of Coley pointing out that Section 55 doesn't exist, the detaining officer finally tries to correct himself, claiming he meant Section 44. But even that's wrong. Section 44 of the Terrorism Act was repealed in 2011 after being ruled unlawful by the European Court of Human Rights, because it allowed searches without reasonable suspicion. The correct power, if there had been any justification at all, would have been Section 43, which requires clear, reasonable grounds to believe that someone is actually involved in terrorism. Then, just when it seems the situation couldn't get any worse, another officer steps in and dismisses the entire issue by saying, "It doesn't matter. You're being searched under the Terrorism Act. Who cares? So shut up." That's not just unprofessional. It's a complete disregard for the rule of law. It reflects a dangerous mindset where legality no longer matters, and where invoking the word terrorism becomes a blank check for abuse of power.
Idiot. Yeah, it's a great one. You're out here misusing legislation, searching me under legislation that don't exist. It's a great one. Section 43 don't require me to give no details.
44.
Yeah, 44 don't exist anymore. It was repealed in 2011.
So you're refusing to give us
Yes,
your
I'm
name?
refusing, yeah.
That's you, yeah?
Is it? Let's see the photo.
That's you, yeah? I'm not going to show you. No.
No, because it's.
Well, get off away from me then. Who are you talking to, mate?
Who you talking to?
Yeah?
What?
Do you know what I mean? Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are?
Yeah, don't stop,
What's the-
mate. I'm
Yeah,
talking to my
what,
colleague.
I'm in cuffs and there's four of you.
Huh? What are
you're
you
so
going to do?
bad?
What are you going to do without cuffs?
I'm not gonna act aggressive, am I? I was acting aggressive because you touched me first. I was defending myself. Okay, so you
That's
can
fine,
take me out
I'm-
of cuffs.
No, I'm not. And that's no worries. I'll have to write something to explain why I've kept you in cuffs, and I'll do
You're
that.
gonna be sued for this, man. Don't worry about it.
I'll be sued, no problem.
You are gonna be made to account. I promise you. You're gonna be
Okay,
made to
that's no problem.
I'm already suing
Like
a sergeant. I'm
I
already
said,
suing someone who's
I'll have to do notes after this to explain it, and I'll justify it, and I'll account for it, as you've said
You'll
in
have to
your
justify
words.
it to a judge as well. It won't be you though.
Don't be
It'll
too
be a
judge, will it?
solicitor.
Let's not be silly.
No, you will, because it's going to go to the county court.
When Coley warns the officer that he's going to be sued for detaining someone under a law that doesn't exist, the officer doesn't deny it or even seem concerned. Instead, he casually shrugs it off and says, "That's fine. I'd be sued. No problem." That level of confidence while openly admitting to an unlawful act is staggering. It reveals how comfortable some officers have become operating outside the law, knowing the system is more likely to protect them than the public. But then he makes it even worse. He says, "I'll justify it in my notes." And when Coley reminds him that it'll end up before a judge, the officer arrogantly replies, "It won't be seen by a judge. Don't be silly." That statement speaks volumes. He genuinely believes the incident will never leave the station, that the paperwork will bury it. But thankfully, this time it didn't.
There we go. Right, like I explained, you're entitled to a copy of the search.
Yeah, let me get that.
If you go to a police station,
No, right, can you write up
we
for
do
me?
it
Please?
electronically.
Write up for me. Would you identify yourself, please? Why not?
You've been searched under terrorism, you don't have to.
You don't have to, under terrorism legislation.
I'll do it from it's 235139.
So why have you released me if I'm a terrorist?
You deal with them officers there, mate. Alright?
Just go, what are you saying about what you're going to do and this and that? Well, you're acting like a thug. So yes, it was section 55.
Section 44.
No, so you said 55, 44.
55 to begin with, and I corrected myself.
Okay.
I'm human. I
So,
forget
all right,
things.
fair enough. So what's it, 44, yeah?
Yeah.
So you corrected it from 55 to what?
44 is what I believe is the right section.
I just wanted to make sure you wrote down section 44.
I haven't written down section 44 on there.
Okay.
The code on there is for the Terrorism Act, and that's what I put in there. But, like I've said it all over my camera, your camera, everything, that I believe I got it wrong to begin with. That's 55.
You can't afford to get things wrong, though. You can't afford to get. No, of course, no, you can't. No, but you. This is you're dealing with people's rights. You're dealing with legislation and crime. You can't afford to make mistakes like this.
This part is truly jaw-dropping. After everything, the fake law, the takedown, the handcuffs, the officer casually admits, "I got it wrong to begin with as 55, and then tries to brush it off with, "I'm human." That's not humility, that's damage control. This wasn't a minor slip-up or a small technical error. It was the complete fabrication of a law that led to someone being unlawfully detained and physically assaulted. What this moment really exposes is a mindset that treats policing like trial and error, as if people's rights are something you can just get wrong and move on from. But the law doesn't work that way. Accountability exists for a reason. Officers aren't supposed to guess. They're supposed to know. They're trained professionals, entrusted with powers that can take away a person's liberty. And with that responsibility comes a non-negotiable duty: to understand and correctly apply the very laws they enforce.
Do you want to have a discussion, or are you just going to shout abuse?
I want to hear. Yeah,
I'm going to go.
Go on. I want to hear what you want to say. Yeah, go on. I want to. Go on.
I'm human. I thought it was 55. Now I believe it's 44. And I corrected it.
You're dismissed. Go away. You're a joker. You're a clown. 3136 Tango 3136. Don't forget this guy's face.
3136 Tango. My warrant, mate. Don't put it on my face. My warrant
Job on
number's on the
Muppet.
bottom
Go on.
there.
You're dismissed, Muppet man. Go away, man.
Whoa.
Muppet. What?
Do not push the door on.
Oh, so you're gonna swear now, yeah?
No, you just tried to slam my arm in that door.
I tried to close the.
You tried to slam my arm was still in the door.
I tried to close the door. You get away. You get away. You just took me to the
You want
ground.
to be arrested for assault?
How was that
Slammed
assault?
that with my arm
No, I
in the
didn't slam
door.
it. I just moved it as I was walking by.
Look, you know what? Go away before you get yourself in more trouble.
Muppet. Fucking Muppet.
The ending of this case is pure chaos, showing how both sides briefly lost control. Coley shouldn't have pushed the door on the officer, that much is clear. But the officer's reaction, swearing and losing all professionalism, was just as wrong. A police officer's job is to de-escalate, not retaliate. In his update, Coley revealed that he filed a civil claim and received a $1,500 settlement, a clear sign that the police knew they were in the wrong. It may not sound like a huge amount, but it's significant. It's an official admission that his detention and treatment were unlawful. These settlements carry weight. Each one leaves a paper trail that reminds the force that incompetence and fabricated laws cost money, reputation, and public trust. This whole encounter was chaos from the very beginning. An officer saw a camera, panicked, and started shouting about terrorism and Section 55, a law that doesn't even exist. Instead of thinking, he acted. Instead of asking, he attacked. Coley wasn't a threat. He was just filming. But that didn't matter. Once the officer let emotion take over, professionalism disappeared. What makes it worse is that no one stepped in to stop it. Other officers stood by as one of their own detained someone under a fake law and slammed him to the ground. That silence exposes a deeper issue. A culture where protecting each other matters more than upholding the law. When one officer messes up, the rest just stand by, hoping it blows over. But when it's caught on camera, nothing blows over. It turns into a complaint, a payout, and a stain on the department's credibility. Then came the excuse. I'm human. That wasn't humility. It was damage control. This wasn't a small mistake or a forgotten procedure. It was an officer detaining someone under a law that doesn't exist. That's not human error. That's outright incompetence. Coley was right when he said, you can't afford to get it wrong. When you hold the power to take away someone's freedom, you don't get the luxury of being careless. Even after everything, the officer showed no remorse, brushing it off like it was nothing and laughing about being sued. But it wasn't funny once the legal system got involved. The force paid out because they knew they couldn't defend what happened. Coley turned their arrogance into accountability, and that's something money can't hide. In the end, Coley didn't just walk away with a payout. He walked away proving exactly why filming the police matters. Without that camera, the officer's fake law and violent behavior would have been buried under paperwork. Instead, it became another undeniable example of what happens when power and ignorance collide.